Alright, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's another deck tech day that I just threw together. Keep in mind, I am only running cards that I have in my inventory. I'm not running proxies. I'm not running cards that I don't have on this list. It is a paper deck. And just to keep an update, please like, share, subscribe, thumbs up. Yay, we like thumbs up. On the video, it actually showed a thumb down, but don't mind that. So let's get down to it. Please like, share, subscribe, thumbs up. That's all I need. Not asking for money or anything like that. So get that stuff all out of the way, and let's get to our deck tech. We're starting off with this little fella right here, a 5 resource Boba Fett with a Castro City red, just a generic base. And when an enemy unit leaves play, you may exhaust this leader, and if you do, ready a resource. He has 5 to flip. He is a 4/7. And when he completes an attack, then if an enemy unit will left play this phase, ready up to 2 resources, not just 1. Base has 30 life. There is no special abilities on the base, so we will go into some of our more generic stuff. That is my tabletop, and there's some stuff holding it up because I'm not sure where my tripod is at the moment. So there's my little not able to grab anything moment. But as the deck, most everything is a 3 of that is playable. The events I do a lot of 2 of, because I'm going through quite a few of events and I want to make sure that I have plenty of space for them. But most of my units are 3 of. I have 2 units that are not, and I will explain why later when I get to it. But right now, let's get into the unit side of it. I'm starting off with just a generic TIE fighter. You're going to see a theme here, and I'll tell you what the theme is. See if you can guess it. This is my competition for the day. Leave in the comments down below what you think the purpose of this deck is, or what you think the theme of the units are. We'll start off with the basic 1 cost stuff units. It is first one is a TIE LN fighter, a 2/1 generic for 1 in a black. Obviously, Boba Fett aspect is yellow and black, and the base is red. So this thing is just a generic black for 1, and I'm running 3 of those. The next one is a Mining Guild TIE fighter, another TIE fighter. I have 3 of those. It is a 1/2 for 1. And on attack, you may pay 2, and if you do, you can draw a card. So we have a little bit of We have a little bit of card draw on this, but I'm running 3 of those. You're going to see I'm running a lot of yellow units, so that is also a yellow unit. I was thinking of a different one when I was starting to say that. That is all of my 1-drops for my units. I'm going to go to everything that's not a unit. As far as 1-drops go, we have a smuggling compartment for the upgrade. It is a +1/+1. Attach it to a vehicle unit, and when you attach it to the unit, on attack, ready a resource. So it's not a big thing, but that 1 resource with Fett can make it quite a bit really fast. So I got 3 of those in there. That is my only upgrade, and the reason being is because I like doing resources. That is... Oh, nope. I was thinking that was it, but it's not. I'm running 2 of these. This is shoot first. He has 1, and it's a trick event. And attack with unit, it gets +1/+0 for this attack, and deals its combat damage before the defender. If the defender is defeated, it deals no combat damage back. So basically, it's a first strike if you're into magic. Obviously, I am. I'm running 2 of these. I think. I'm pretty sure I'm running 2 of them. Yeah, I'm running... No, I'm running 3 of them. My bad. My bad. But shoot first is basically a first strike. So as you can tell, I'm going to try to get damage in early and tap stuff for early. So that is my 1 drops. Let's move to 2. We'll start with the units. The first one is the Outer Rim Headhunter. It is a 1-3 with Raid 1, so basically on attack, it is a 2-3. Raid just adds to the attack power during an attack. It does nothing else the rest of the time. But on attack, if I control leader unit, you may exhaust a non-leader unit. So you can constantly be attacking and be basically exhausting one of their units. It doesn't matter which one, as long as it's not a leader. Playing 3 of those. Here's where they're having the yellows in play. This one is a 2-drop for a 2-3. And when it is played, if you control another yellow unit, which I'm trying to do majority yellow, then you may exhaust an enemy unit that costs 4 or less. It is a 2-3, very easy to deal with, very low cost, so it's a very fast, mostly fast deck. Fed is a 5 cost, so again, it makes a very cheap deck, very easy deck to play. You start going on resource, but you can have, once you get fed out, you can pretty much, for most of the game, maybe get 1 more resource out, so you have 6, because that's the majority of what I play. I have 2 cards in the whole deck that is above 6. 3 cards, excuse me, that are above 6, so you really only need, for all but 3 cards, you only need 6 resources to play 1 card a turn. Obviously, you're going to want to do more than that sometimes, but again, it's a low-cost deck mostly. So now to keep moving on, that is all of my 2 resource, or my 2 units. So let's go on to events. And my next event is a yellow-black aspect, no good to me, dead. This one is one of my favorite ones. It's one of the first ones I've ever played as far as an event goes. I've only got 2 in the deck. And I actually have that. So I can put that up there. But no good to me dead is 2, a yellow and a black. So obviously we're playing both yellow and black aspects. So that's not an issue. So it's just 2. You may exhaust a unit. And then on the next turn, that unit will basically stay exhausted. Now again, I'm looking at the fact of, most units, they exhaust, they come back the next turn. This one will prevent it for an extra turn. And I have 2 of those. And then the last one is Surprise Strike. Very sneaky card that comes out of nowhere. It is a 2-drop, and when a unit attacks, that unit gets a +3/+0 for this attack. So I have a lot of 2-3 units. This will make them a 5-3 unit. Real quick hit, I'm running 3 of these, so that will make the deck go just a little bit faster and a little bit stronger. Now we're moving up to the 3 drops. We'll start with the units again. I've only got 2 of those, but I'm running 3 of each. First one again is a yellow 7th Fleet Defender. It is shielded when it comes into play, and is a 3/2. It's not a very big fighter for 3, but it is a cunning, which is what the yellow aspect is, and it is shielded, so you're going to get a free shot with it, maybe more. But yeah, having that shield on it, it's going to give you an advantage, because if they have an air unit that is 3 or less, you might lose a shield, but they're going to lose their unit. Really nice play. It is yellow, so you see there's a couple other cards that are dependent on the yellow aspect. So that'll be nice. 3 of those. Disabled Fang Fighter. I'm thinking about putting this one on my sideboard. I might just keep it in. I'm only running 57 total cards, so it's no big deal. But Disabling Fang Fighter is a Mandalorian vehicle fighter. 3/2. again, a 3 for a red aspect. That's the base. And when played, you may defeat an upgrade. There's not a ton of upgrades played, but you know, Devotion is one of those when you're playing a life gain deck or something with life gain in it. Devotion is one of those upgrades that is very big. Traitorous is another upgrade that is a stealing thing. Love that card. Probably one of my top cards in this set. But this card will, when it gets played, if they have played Traitorous or something else to pump up their guys, you can defeat an upgrade. So that gets your guy back. If they have Traitorous, that gets... There's just all kinds of options it can do. Vader's lightsaber, the Fallen lightsaber, Luke's lightsaber, Jedi lightsaber, Resilient on like a Chewie, making it the toughness bigger because the grit can go higher. But yeah, this thing will get rid of all of that. So let's say Chewie has... Somebody's playing the Chewie commander, leader, and he already has 9 damage, but he has Resilient on it. You get rid of that Resilient, and all of a sudden he has 9 damage on 9 toughness, and he is dead. So yeah, it's very versatile and very helpful for the upgrades in there. So I'm running 3 of those. You can imagine why. So let's go to... Oh, here's another 2-drop event I totally missed. But I'm going to the events anyway. So here's a 2-drop. If you control a force unit, which I've only got 1 in the whole deck, this event costs 1 less to play. That's not the... I really don't care that it's 1 less or if it's 2, because this is what's going to be big on it. When you play this, it will automatically do 5 damage to a non-vehicle unit, and that controller draws a card. You hate to see them draw the card, but that 5 damage getting rid of a unit, which could be a bigger unit, it could even be a leader. You can almost kill a leader on 1 shot with this card. I'm running 2 of them, 3 of them, honestly, and it is just a beautiful card. I love this card. Now the next one we're playing is going back to the 3s. Outmaneuver. Exhaust an arena, ground or space. Exhaust each unit in that arena. Now I'm going back to the question. What is this deck really concentrating on when it comes to units, ground or space? I said this deck's really concentrating on one area or has one theme to it. What would that theme be? And very simply put, it has a crap load of flying and not a lot on the ground. This is a lot of reason why. You throw these things, you exhaust everything on the ground, and your air support will technically take care of most everything in the air. When you look at it from that standpoint, basically we have very much an air attack, and we're trying to keep the ground under control. It's not always easy to do, but it's very doable. But we are exhausting an arena, ground or space. Most time we're going to concentrate on the ground because our stuff's on the ground. And then we can exhaust each unit in that arena. Very nice. I'm running 2 of. I am playing Waylay, another nice card. Return a non-leader unit to its owner's hand. They play something big, like let's say they play a unit Luke Skywalker. They play a Han Solo, a Boba Fett, Bosk, Tarkin. Probably not Tarkin or any of the Imperial guys because they can get rid of stuff. But I mean, you have a lot of stuff that is really big. Wedge and Tellies. Nope. See you later. Goes it back into your hand for a turn. It's only for a turn, but that turn can give you the advantage that you need. That's a 3-drop. I'm running 2. Here's another one that's really fun. Open Fire. Deal 4 damage. Blah, blah, blah. Deal 4 damage to a unit. That's it. So, yeah. You can just hit a leader that is usually 6 defense. Hit it for 2 or 3. Throw this down. Most units are going to die with this. Some units die without having to do anything else. I'm running 2 of those. Now I'm going to the 4-drops. I'm only running 3 of them, I think. 4. I'm running 4 total 4-drops. And I'm running 3 fighters. And I'm running 1 event, and that's only because the event that I have is I only have 1 of, so I'm only playing one. But it makes my number for my deck around 57. You're allowed a minimum of 50. Some people want to go right at that number so they'd be the most efficient. But realistically, I have found to have just a few extra is always nice. But this unit is an Imperial Interceptor for 4, red and black aspects, easily in our group. And you may deal 3 damage to a space unit when it's played, and it's a 3/2. It's kind of expensive for a 3/2, but doing that 3 damage to something in the air is always fun. Playing 3 of those. And then my 4-drop event is Don't Get Cocky. You may choose a unit and one at a time reveal cards from your deck until you choose to stop or have revealed 7 cards. If the combined cost of the revealed cards is 7 or less, deal that much damage to the chosen unit and put the revealed cards on the bottom of your deck in a random order. Essentially, most things are 7 or less toughness, so with this card you can essentially kill anything in one shot. You have a leader, Luke, Fett, Leia. I'm trying to think of everything off the top of my head. Han, Lando, Urso, Chewie is over. But for essentially most everything, it's going to kill it. And you're not losing anything out of your deck. You're just revealing cards until you do enough damage, and that's it. And that's all you need. I'm only playing 1 of. I'd be playing 3 of and taking out the disabled fighter. And I still might take that out anyway and put it on the sideboard. But this is what I have for 4-drop. Just 1. So then we're going to the rest of our deck. I have 1. I'm playing 1 of these. Again, I had no choice. 7 and a yellow and a black. Choose up to 2 non-leader units. An opponent chooses one of those units and return that card to his hand and put the other on the bottom of the owner's deck. So basically it goes on the bottom and 1 goes in hand. So you get rid of the 2 biggest threats and they're going to be gone for the rest of the turn. I wish I had more of these. Again, it's one of those I'd put more than 1 into it, but it's all I got. So then we're going to finish up the units. I've got quite a few left. Syndicate Lackey, a 5/4 for 5. Ambush, so after you play this unit, it may ready and attack an enemy unit. It cannot attack a base when you ambush, but you get rid of a unit. And the nice thing about that is, whether it dies or not, it's doing 5 damage. That's enough to kill most anything. Now, it's not going to kill everything, and I get that, but it's going to kill most things. Or it's going to really hit hard on most everything else. Throw one of your events in with it, that unit's going to die. Throw a surprise strike with it, it's going to die. So there's just a lot of options. 3 of those. Playing Bosk, he's another one with ambush. Instead of a 5/4, he's a 4/5. Same cost, 5. And then he is an ambush. And whenever you play an event, if he stays alive, when you play an event, you may deal 2 damage to a unit. So he can help do extra damage. You ambush with him, hit something for 4, and then you play an event, and that's going to kill most things. If not, his attack kill most things. Very nice card. Playing 3 of those, he's unique, so you can only have 1 on the battlefield. I usually like 2, but with him, with his ability, I want to be able to get that out a little more often. Going to 6 drops, I have a Bounty Hunter crew. We are almost done. He is another one with ambush. So after you play this unit, you may ready and attack an enemy unit with him. He's a 4/4. He's not very big, but again, he's going to do enough to kill something, possibly kill himself. But the nice thing is, you may return an event from a discard pile to its owner's hand. So let's say you outmaneuvered, and so you tapped all their ground units and yours. Then you play this guy. They come into play. And then when he comes into play, you may return, maybe outmaneuver back to your hand. So then you play this, you ambush, say you take initiative on the next turn because they did something. Then the next turn, everything untaps, everything gets readied. You go to play your first spell because you have initiative, and guess what? You're playing another outmaneuver. Everything on the ground is tapped, and then you do your thing. So, again, the purpose of the deck is to pretty much attack from the air and pretty much keep the ground clear, or at least attempt to. If not, then you're going to have enough stuff to hopefully deal with the ground. So then we're getting down to probably the most important thing in this deck, which is the Fett's Fire Spray. If you control Fett or Jango Fett as a leader or as a unit, you may ready this unit. And if you think about it, our leader is Boba. Now, obviously, they have an idea to bring Jango in play, but he's not there yet. So, but their ships was the Slave One. I love this ship. It's a great ship, 5/6. Pretty much is always going to come in ready every time you play it. So somebody plays a Falcon. This is a very much better option. You have open resources, and guess what? You're going to be able to keep something exhausted at all times. Get the initiative, take their biggest threat, and then you just exhaust it first thing you do. Very nice play. Got 3 of those on the deck. It's unique, but that's just to make sure that if somebody gets rid of it, you have more to play. You also can use it as a resource. Now down to the last 2 cards I've only playing one in the whole deck with on both of these. Again, the big daddy of the flyers, the Chimera. It is an 8 cost for an 8/7. An Imperial Vehicle capital ship. It is Thrawn's ship. I thought about doing Thrawn because of the ship, but the problem is I would rather play Fett and have the resources to be able to be ready when I need to. Like for a surprise strike or an outmaneuver or a waylay or a force choke or whatever or first strike or whatever, shoot first, whatever the case. But I want to make sure I have sources available. But this guy is a big daddy. He's obviously a finisher. You name a card, an opponent reveals their hand and discards a card with that name from it. Obviously, you're returning stuff to hand. You have them return something big to their hand. And guess what? There you go. You have your answer. That thing is gone. And now your biggest threat is now not even a threat at all. And now to the very last card of the deck. You got the Grand Pappy, ground unit, Emperor Palpatine. A 6/6 for 8. He's overwhelmed, so any damage that is on the unit, whatever is left will hit the base. And then when he is played, he does 6 damage to any units as you choose. So let's say you have 2 ships that are 1 defense, like the wing leaders. And then you have, let's say, Leia with 2 damage on her, the unit. And then they have something else that has 2 strength on it, or 2 toughness left on it. That's 4 damage. It's going to go on units. Knocks it out. See you later. So that is my deck tech. I don't know how it's going to run. I haven't played it, but it's with what I got. It is exciting. If you guys can think of anything to change it with, please let me know. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you when I see you.